Hiring an assistant that can save you 30 hours per week. To hire an assistant, it's very strategic in planning and identifying all the tasks that you're doing and how long each of those tasks take. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to identify all the tasks. Take a week, and every 15 minutes in the day, you want to write down what you're doing and how long each of those tasks are taking. For example, if you're doing social media every day and that takes you an hour, let's add that up to 5 hours per week. Say that you are actually creating video content and you're editing the video content, and for each video reel that you are creating, it's taking you an hour and a half to edit, and you're doing 5 of those per week. So let's say that would take you 7.5 hours per week. So between posting and social media management as well as video editing together is taking you, let's say, 12.5 hours per week. You want to figure that out for every single task that you're doing. So you want to identify them, put how long it takes each one of them, and then you want to categorize them. Anything that is customer service, for example, either following up with potential customers, maybe you've met with people in the past and following up with leads, running your CRM, your customer relationship management system, all of those things, let's say those take you 10 hours a week. So all of that would be under the same category, customer service and CRM management. And then you could do general administrative. So a general administrative will be somebody who's managing your email, managing your calendar, responding to emails. They are doing your bookkeeping or your financial management, paying your bills. They can be doing all kinds of things. Then you have your marketing assistant. Your marketing assistant consists of all kinds of things. They make your newsletters every week, Facebook retargeting. They may run ads for you on Facebook or Instagram or other social media sites, help you with your website. They can do your video editing and your social media posting. They can make presentations for you. They can do blogging, all kinds of things. We've had identify everything that we do every single day and how long it takes us in an entire week. And then we categorize all of those things. And then what you want to do is you want to go through it all and see what don't you need to be doing and how many hours can it save you. Because each of the positions, like a marketing assistant or a general administrative assistant or a customer service or maybe inside sales, those are all different people. And most of the time, they don't have the personalities or the skill set to do all of them as one. Then you want to see, what do I need most? And for example, a general administrative assistant, or maybe a marketing assistant. What that does is then frees you up with 30 hours a week that you can really be focused on the things that drive the business, such as the sales, calling and making appointments and going on appointments and hiring and training. And those are the things that really drive your business. Figure out, like I said, what you want to delegate. Who's the first person that you want to hire? And then, can they do it remotely? What we have found over the years is that most of the things that we need to hire out can be remote. For us, for the last 14 years, that's worked really well. You want to make sure that you're creating a clear job description once you've figured out what you want them to do. Be very specific and all the tasks under that job description. So for example, an executive assistant, managing my calendar, scheduling appointments, prioritizing my tasks, respond to emails and messages, conduct, prepare, research, create reports, coordinate my travel arrangements and my personal arrangements, handle like bookkeeping and invoicing, answering phones, tracking expenses, all kinds of things. So like for an executive assistant, that's maybe the job description. Maybe I would add more, depending on how many hours I want them to work. Next, I want to make sure I'm sourcing the candidates and what are the skill sets that they need. One of the things that you may look at, if you're hiring people from the Philippines, that you want to make sure that they have a workspace, a private workspace, and you want to see it. You want to look at their computer and how fast their computer is. You want to look at, how is their internet? Do they live in an area that has a lot of typhoons and power outages? Or do they live in a big city? They don't have nearly as many outages and their internet speed is really good. In your interview questions, you want to look at their skill set, their behavior, their workspace. Have they worked US hours before? So if you're in the US, the Philippines is about 12 hours difference. Are they used to working those hours? If they have kids, how old are the kids? Do they have daycare for the kid? Or do they have a live-in nanny? How are they going to sleep at night? Is working a 12-hour difference, how is that going to look for them? What's their communication style? Making sure that I'm testing different communication if I'm hiring them for an executive assistant. They can also help me with blogging or their writing skills. And next is, really the onboarding and training process. One of the things that I love about training them is doing it myself. It will create a standard operating procedure after you have filmed that session. And then once you do that, then you want to put it into AI and ask it to get more detailed on the process that you want. And you can put it into AI 3 different times to make it more detailed and more detailed and more detailed, and then tweak it. Okay, and then actually, once you create your standard operating procedure in your system, then what you want to go do is you want to go test it to make sure that it's right. There's so much that you can do now, and you can make it automated. It's awesome. You want to set very clear expectations on what you expect from them, what your key performance indicators or your KPIs are for them. Have weekly meetings, go over reports. Are they up to the standards? Let them know, communicate well. We like to use Google Chat. We also use Slack for some of our team for different things that we're doing. We also have project management. We use Asana, but there's so many different things out there. And all of these things we communicate to our virtual assistant, making sure that you're measuring their success and giving them that feedback. We're going to always want to look at what they're doing, how long it's taking them, and making sure that our expectations are correct and their performance is what our expectations are. So when you're looking at possibly hiring your first assistant or somebody to, really save you 20 to 30 hours a week, definitely look at virtual assistants. One of the things that we like to do is we like to first automate everything that we can, and then we hire in-house assistants. We have found that virtual assistants to save 20 to 30 hours a week have worked really, really well for us, and we have been able to build out businesses through hiring virtual assistants. So first, identify all the things that you do in a day, how long it takes you, and then put the tasks in different categories. Next, define your needs and expectations. Make sure you create a clear job description. Then you're going to want to source the different candidates. Make sure that you're screening and interviewing, and then onboarding and training. Those are the things that you may want to look at to free your time up so that you can focus on the things in the business that'll actually bring in more revenue to your bottom line. Thanks. Until next time.